maybe it was a bit out of your price range, or maybe simply a statement necklace in general is not your thing, let me introduce you to the Signature Classic Circle Bracelet. We go back again to the ribbon and reed that is threaded throughout the entire collection. And in much the same way as that mixed link was present in the necklace, it's present here in the bracelet, as is 6 easy payments of $57.44. Never before presented at this price and easy pay. But here is something special for you. Look at the stars on your screen.
Wow.
This is customer top rated, so it's a favorite from those who already have it.
So the reason why I did this is I really, really strongly suggest that any woman have a bracelet like this, whether it's mine or someone else's. This is a piece that you really ought to have in your wardrobe. It's a heavy piece, look at that. It's solid cast. These links are not, but everything else is the silver just to keep it a little weighty. A little less heavy, but it is really heavy. And this is just a statement of you have class, you look good, of elegance. And whether it's my link or someone else's link, eventually you need to get one. I think in your wardrobe, it's just like having a black turtleneck. You need to have it. Hopefully you haven't had someone else's and you'll give mine an opportunity to take care of it. But it is beautiful, it is designer. It's going to be compared to other designers such as, I don't know, David Yardley. We don't sell it here. And all the other ones is Saks and all that. But this will be your piece and considerably at a great price.
So there are 3 sizes on this one, 6 3/4, 7 1/4. But in the 8-inch, I missed it earlier. Did you say a few dozen or a couple? 2 dozen remaining in the 8-inch. But I love what you're about to see. Look at the gloss, the gleam, the shine. And if you are already, you kind of know your jewelry, I feel like just by looking at this, you get a sense of what this will feel like, of what that weight is going to feel like, both in your hand and then on the wrist. You get that beautiful music.
And it has that hidden clasp. And you know what's so great about this? This you could wear during the day to the office, you could wear it to school, or you could wear it to a formal thing at night. It just blends so nicely. It could go with anything. And once again, it's got the hidden clasp, as you were saying, so you're not going to find a beginning, a middle, or an end. It's very secure. You can't even see it. Look at that. Is that the coolest thing until you find a little circle on there and you're just going to push it down? I can't even see it. There it is. See that? How cool is that way? I want you to just watch how I close it.
And you'll hear it.
You can't see it.
Right.
It's like invisible, so you have to look for the little dangly thing.
But thank you for giving me the little dangly thing so that I can find it in the first place.
And then it's one of my pieces because it's just so nice. It is such an elegant piece. Like I'm telling you, everyone has to have one in their wardrobe. Hopefully you consider mine. If you don't, get someone else's because you need to have this.
Like it. Well, those of you who did choose Peter's, I hope you saw some of the reviews at the bottom of your screen. One that caught my eye, that she said it was absolutely stunning, and it feels so rich. Like that's a word that I think we keep going back to, right?
I wanted a rich piece on your wrist that you can wear anywhere to any occasion. It doesn't matter, but also you can wear with jeans and sneakers.
And this goes back to
formal long gown.
This goes back to your heritage, right, Peter? Like I feel like by bringing this line of
everything
QVC,
has to be rich, otherwise it's not worth having.
Well, not only that, but it does. If it weren't, it wouldn't represent the background that you bring to QVC. Do you know?
Right.
In other words, you're not going to come here and bring something that's kind of flimsy and transitory that you're only going to have for a year or so.
My factory did all the jewelry in the 80s for Cartier, Tiffany's, all of them up and down the Metropolitan Museum. We did it all, Franklin. So I know all about it. We worked with the best designers, hand in hand. Alfred Durante taught me everything. He did all the jewelry for Cartier for forever. And actually, he inspired me to do the chain where you can move it in the back.
Yeah.
Because Elizabeth Taylor had a little scar on her chest, and she always had to have her jewelry covered, so he had to design it for her. So that's how I know the slide is important, because everyone has their thing.
We are at last call in the 8-inch. Please remember they come in 3 length choices, but the price remains the same across the board. And when we do come back, I want to show this to you too, and I'm going to ask for a quantity update as well, or at least an availability on our 1 day only. If I remember, we only have the small remaining, correct? 6 dozen remain in the small. And I'm showing it to you because you can layer this up, obviously. Like it's a statement piece on its own, go ahead. But if you have your other favorites, especially if they're in Peter's line, you mix them together and that ribbon and reed story is told throughout.
And hear the noise.
And
I love the noise.
I love it because it's not loud.
It reminds me when my mom used to have that noise. That's how I found her in a department store. She wore like a dozen bracelets all the time. I listened for the clinging.
I bet you there's a lot of kids out there who do the same thing with
And
their
who
mom.
doesn't remember their mom looking for that, right?
That's too funny. That's great. But,
It's gorgeous. And you know what? If you
for
have
us
the big
grown-ups.
bracelet, you can shorten and you can have a little tail hanging,
Yeah.
which is kind of fun too.
Kind of sexy, cool. Yeah, I mean, this is, you know what it is? Like, I keep using like the phrase grown up. Like, it's grown up jewelry.
It is grown-up jewelry.
It's real jewelry. And I've used that phrase before, and I hope you understand what I mean when I'm saying that, but it's like, it's not the play stuff anymore. But that real jewelry can come with the thousands and thousands of dollars plus price tag. That's not in my budget. I know for a lot of you it's not either. And this is still an investment piece, given the fact that it is solid cast sterling though, and something that when you look down at your wrist 20 years from now and go, still love it.
It is
It's
the
worth it.
same quality you'd find at all those jewelers. I know we make all the stuff for them.
For
so
them,
I made
right.
the exact same quality. We did not chimps on anything. It's the same excellent quality. I hope you like my design because I just love this design.
The 8-inch is sold out. Over 200 orders have been placed. We lose the easy pay at the end of the day of $57.44. I can confidently say this is one of those no regret purchases.
Really, no
You just
regrets.
gotta
Like I
try.
said, whether it's
Gorgeous.
mine or someone else, I have to say, you're going to really want something like this in your wardrobe forever.
Ooh, Peter. I know we don't have time for a full presentation on this, but gold lovers, because I know tomorrow's your big day, check this out.
Tomorrow I'm presenting this.